Have you already broken it?
No.
Oh my days.
I have not broken any apparatus.
Oh my days.
I blame the quality of the equipment.
This guy,
Yeah.
you can't take him anywhere.
And we have some issues with the equipment, but we will be back after this break.
You're gonna have to hold the pop filter in front of the mic. No, that's the clamp. That's it here.
No, I got you. Don't stress, bro.
Fine, you're bare long, you know.
Yo. There we go. So, yeah, how's life, pops? Are we recording, by the way? Are we recording?
No.
Recording.
Not recording.
Yeah. That looks like a not recording screen.
It's not recording. I'm just checking the compressor and shit.
Yeah, back down.
Thing is, because you fucked up. I can't hear you properly.
Really? Should be able to hear me fine.
I can't hear you fine.
I would appreciate if there was more honesty in this in the group. Thank you.
No, clamp it more forward. Trust me.
What do you mean?
Like closer to this end. You know, I'm so glad you're my podcast co-host. Yeah, you make life so easy.
You know what, bro? Listen, I do what I can, okay?
You don't do enough.
I do what I can. There'll be a time where you'll be like, damn, Saeed. You know what? You came through. And on that day...
You have to talk into the mic, by the way.
And on that day, I will remember. I was trying to quote Lord of the Rings, but I messed up on the quote.
Are you going to go watch the Token movie?
You know what? It isn't out yet, but when it's out, I totally will.
It's out today, 3rd of May.
Yeah, you know what I really want to watch? Jokes aside. Do you want to go watch Detective Pikachu?
Why did you say Pikachu like that?
Detective Pikachu.
Pika.
Family looks sick.
I don't know, I've heard mixed reviews, man.
Also, jokes aside, a serious topic. Have you seen the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer?
Yes.
Yeah. And have you seen what the director did?
What do you mean?
So basically, you know Sonic the Hedgehog, right? They it had a trailer and it wasn't received very well.
Yeah, because of the design, right?
Because of Sonic's design. And the director released like a Twitter statement and he's like, fans, we've heard you and we're not going to release that design of Sonic. We're going to redo the design and then release the movie.
Which is good.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, it's like actually listening to the community.
But it sets up a dangerous precedent.
Yeah, like studios listening to the fans whenever they've got a small complaint about something.
No, on the other side, imagine, because you can never make everyone happy, right?
Yeah.
So imagine they change this Sonic design and then the fans are still annoyed. That will just set the precedent where directors will be like, yo, we can never appease these guys, bun these guys, move on with life.
Yeah, but you've seen the Sonic design they used in the trailer, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So, you know, the only way for them like is up.
I get that, but imagine like fans don't back the next design.
Yeah.
Then the director's just going to get annoyed. He's going to be like, what's the point?
I don't know.
But I think it's really cool that he's bothered to listen. But yeah, that was it.
That's pretty.
I'm actually kind of excited about that movie. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know, man. You know what really got me about that trailer is that they used the Coolio Gangsta's Paradise as the backing song. No one's like, really?
I don't know why I thought it worked.
It's like, no, it didn't. If I find it so like out of place.
I thought it worked, man. Like, I feel like with movies and even games, right? The music they use can actually make or break a trailer, in my opinion.
Yeah, and for me, like, there was two things in that trailer. It was the design and that music. I was just like, don't know, it's just too jarring.
No, you know what the thing is?
Sonic's got so much good music. With the soundtracks and whatnot. Yeah, just like use the soundtrack, innit? Why are you going to use Coolio Gangsta's Paradise?
You know, I back that, right? But you know one thing that, I don't know, I feel like with Sonic, right, I was a fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still am. I don't know if I'll go watch the movie. Maybe I'll go watch it for nostalgia. But when was the last time I played a Sonic game?
Honestly, I don't know. I think the last Sonic game I played was Shadow.
Oh, that's good.
Shadow on Xbox.
It's on PS2.
Yeah, PS2, whatever it was. I can't remember. Yeah, but the last one I played was Shadow. That was sick.
No, it was on 360 as well. You're right.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow was sick.
It was decent.
It was sick.
Yeah, but I haven't played Sonic games.
Yeah, and you know what? That was probably like the longest intro to a podcast ever done. Yeah, so
I was actually genuinely like, I was going to talk about Sonic.
So we did Sonic as the intro to a podcast. So yeah, this is what the Chaa Talk podcast audio test. Yeah, and
I can see some potential here.
Yeah. So yeah, well, we might as well introduce ourselves. Innit? I'm Bubs, and I'm joined with my co-host.
Hi there,
Saeed or Arslan.
No, you know what? You can call him what you want.
He's got so many names that changes.
Just be the Chaa guy. I'll be the guy who gives everyone Chaa.
I think the sad thing is that we don't actually have any tea here.
Yo, no one needs to know that.
Well, and I'm currently sitting on a fridge.
That was a really good. That tea is made bad. Like, wow.
I'm so convinced by your acting. It's amazing. So when are we gonna see your Bollywood debut?
My Bollywood?
Your Bollywood debut with all that acting.
Do you know what? I reckon, jokes aside, I was discussing this with my sister as well today, and I think I can sing.
So go on the first ever episode
Listen,
of the Chaa Talk podcast.
Do you know what it is, Bubs? Like, have you played Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
You don't fight the boss straight away, do you? You gotta earn that boss fight. You gotta go through all the little guys. You gotta jump through all the little hoops, and then you get to the top of the tower.
See, I've known you for what, 12 years now, I think.
Yeah.
And I still haven't heard you sing.
You've heard me sing.
No, I've heard you like try to sing.
Listen, okay,
and it was terrible.
Listen, you can hear me sing. You can hear me unleash the music within. However, the issue is the podcast is not yet ready.
No, is it not?
No, the podcast is not ready.
No, our one listener.
Is not.
I don't know. We'll find out when we try uploading this. It'll probably just be me, you, and Arvi that listen to this. Yeah, we're missing our other co-host, Arvi. He'll be joining us soon.
MIA. So bad.
What? Don't play with that thing because it picks it up on the mic.
Oh crap! I was gonna say.
Just tell we're professional at this.
Apologize. Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to steer this into like a proper direction. Fam, stop playing with that thing.
Do you actually pick that up?
Yeah. I can pick it up.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. Yeah, big weekend this weekend. Well, the weekend just gone.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Something interesting with
Avengers.
I was looking at the reviews, right?
For the episode.
For the episode.
Yeah. Well, let's start early on in the week. Let's start with Endgame.
Oh, okay.
Because that was first thing in the week, wasn't it? And then Game of Thrones.
Lived up to the hype, and it's very rare that a movie does that. I honestly think Endgame lived up to the hype.
Yeah, I think. Well, we should probably give some context. Like, this podcast is just us lot chatting about whatever we want.
That's true.
So movies, anything that's current, and just general shit.
Oh, this is the intro to the podcast.
Yeah, well, it's all over the place at the minute, but
it's just to mess about.
Yeah, it's just a test in it, but that'll go at the start when I'm introducing.
We can have this like a blooper reel when we come back to it, and once we're like,
I'm not going into any deep editing with this. I'm just gonna like put it onto YouTube straight away.
Yeah, it's going on YouTube. I did not give my consent.
Wow.
I'm
sorry, folks. The podcast is over. Let's go home.
The co-host has been kicked out of the property.
So Endgame. I think we should start off by giving it a rating out of 10.
I like that.
Yeah, then we can go into 9. I'll give it a 9.
The thing that gets me about Endgame is though you give it a 9, but you hesitate a little bit because you only give it a 9 considering it's a conclusion, not as a standalone movie. As a standalone movie, I wouldn't give it a 9, unfortunately.
Then what would you give it?
As a standalone movie, like just Endgame, and I haven't watched any of the Avengers, I'd probably give it a 7.5. Let me me explain why.
Yeah, it's hard to judge it like that, though.
It is, but there's no context, there's no exposition, there's no explanation. They expect you, they literally expect you to know everything up to that point, which they're allowed to do because that's how it's been set up.
Yeah.
Right? But if you consider it as like its own movie, then I don't think it does as well. But the fact that it is a conclusion does help it out.
So the problem is you can't watch stuff like that without the other movies. It's like you jump in and watch the watch the Red Wedding, and you've never seen Game of Thrones before. For us lot as fans, obviously it's hype. You know, well, I wouldn't say hype. It's depressing as fuck.
Right, it's hype. It's hype.
But you know what I mean. If you're like you've never watched Game of Thrones before, and you say, "Oh, you need to watch the Red Wedding," it's sick. To someone who hasn't watched it before, and they watch it, they just feel like, yeah, and there's no emotional connection.
I see what you're
It's like, we're gonna go into spoilers, by the way. But if you haven't seen Endgame or Game of Thrones, then just skip ahead. But,
to what point in the video?
Yeah, but yeah, it's like if you haven't been watching Iron Man from when it first came out until the Endgame,
which if you deep it was 2008, right?
Yeah, you're not going to feel the emotional connection to Tony Stark dying at the end.
This might be a bit of a tangent, right? But what was the original roadie's name?
I can't remember.
Cuba Gooding Jr. Is that his name?
I don't know.
That dude, you know who I'm on about, right?
Yeah.
So I was watching an interview, right, where he says that he got Robert Downey Jr. onto the Iron Man movie set, and he pulled some strings, and he took a $1 million pay cut to allow Robert Downey Jr. to be in the movie, right? And apparently, in Iron Man 2, Robert Downey Jr. pulled some strings and raised his payment amount so much that the other dude, the original roadie, had to take a 90% pay cut. At which point he refused, and they were just replace him. So if you deep it right, he brought Robert Downey Jr. into the Iron Man universe.
Yeah, and then got snaked by him.
And then just got snaked so hard by him.
I don't know about the other guy, man. The original one.
I preferred him.
I don't know. He was okay. I had no issues with him. I find it a bit weird that they did change him, but I do like New Rhodey. I think the thing is because he's only been in one movie, the original one. You don't really feel any sort of connection with him. You know what I mean? But yeah, Endgame. Thought it was sick. There's only 2 moments that nearly got me in that film, teary-eyed and shit. Tony's death.
I'm not gonna lie, that was just
What? Nah, man.
It was gonna happen in that.
Yeah,
it was a sick moment.
That's the thing. I went into the film knowing that, well, not knowing, but pretty confident that Tony weren't gonna make it. And yeah, I thought they did it really well.
I didn't think.
You know what I mean?
The only thing that irked me was the Captain America thing.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with it.
Most people don't, but I just feel it is a bit forced.
I think he's just being racist.
No, I feel it is a bit forced.
Stick you right in there.
You know, if Tony Stark gave Rhodey the next Iron Man responsibility, made sense. Captain America giving it to, is it Sam?
Yeah.
I just felt it was a bit forced, man.
No, but they've been friends since Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Right. So they've had 3 movies to build up a relationship. So I can kind of see it. I'm glad it was him and not Bucky, because the Bucky relationship.
Didn't Sam snake him in Civil War?
No, he's on his team.
He's on his team?
No.
I bet that it wasn't Bucky.
It made sense that it would be Sam. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's him as well in the comics.
Talking about Sam, a certain Sam didn't die.
Oh, that segue though. That segue. Hey. See, you were made for this podcasting life.
Hey.
Yeah, Sam didn't die, which was I don't know.
Switched to Game of Thrones. If anyone was wondering.
I switched to Game of Thrones. Yeah, no, I didn't expect him to die. He wasn't really high on my die list. I feel like he's just gonna survive to the end.
Initially, right, I told you that I felt a bit about Arya killing the Night King, right? But looking back at it more and more, and watching the episode again, I see why that kind of works.
Yeah.
I still think it was a bit not in the fact that she killed him. That I totally back. It was nice. It was a twist, even though it was kind of expected by some. how easy.
See, you say that. I don't think anyone expected it.
No, I read the theory. I was kind of maybe because of the eyes thing.
Yeah, but that eyes thing was like so small in the community.
No, I read it on like one of the forums, and I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that Arya thing is kind of.
It's like you know that little finger theory I had. I was so convinced on that. It was the same with the Arya one.
Fuck little finger.
But yeah, what I was saying is right. I felt like he died too easily. That's the only thing.
Yeah, see, I think people forget that. I know it's been 2 years for us from season 7 to season 8, but essentially season 8 picks up 2 weeks after season 7 finishes. So we're meant to be treating season 7, season 8 as one big season, because it was meant to be season 7, 10 episodes. That's it. But because of budget, they wanted more budget. They split season 7, season 8 into 2 seasons. So essentially, we're getting 3 extra episodes of content. So what we're going into now is 3 episodes of A Dreamer's Brink epilogue. So this is what this basically is. So the whole Night King thing.
Do you feel they're gonna explain it? Do you feel they're gonna explain who he is?
We already know who he is.
No, we don't.
We do.
We don't.
We
just know how he was made.
Yeah,
why he was made. But we don't know like who he is.
I don't think it's that important. And to be honest, I don't want to be spoon-fed everything.
No, but I want to know.
Yeah, I know, but
why did he survive the dragon flame? Why is it dragon?
Because he's the epitome.
Why
of,
is it
he's the epitome of ice. The dragons are epitome of fire.
I get that, but like, why?
It's like 2 forces combined, clashing.
Why can Valerian steal him?
They explained it in a video. The creators behind the show.
Do they?
Yeah, they said it was the Valyrian steel exactly where the dragon glass was placed into his heart.
Oh, damn! Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's how it killed him.
You know, there's a few tidbits like that, right? That you don't clock. Like I was watching this thing. You know when Jon stands up and he starts shouting at the dragon. And
Yes, I've heard this. Yeah.
I rewatched the scene, and if you listen carefully, he is actually screaming, "Go, go, go!"
Yeah. See, I've heard conflicting things about this. I haven't rewatched the episode yet, so I've just been busy and whatnot. But I've heard this. Like Jon is screaming, "Go, go, go!" You can't really hear it because of the.
But if you listen carefully, you can.
So I don't know.
Which.
Maybe if it is, that's just
amazing.
Yeah.
Because it ties in so perfectly with Arya running through it.
Who knows? Maybe we'll never find out.
Also, Bran did nothing that episode.
I'm very interested to find out what Bran was doing. I feel like he was up to something.
Yeah, but what?
That's the thing.
Night King's dead. His job's dead.
So we don't. I don't know. I still think there's one big twist to come.
About the Night King or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe not the Night King. Maybe Bran. Or I don't know. I feel like there's. Well, I think there's 2 big twists to come. One, like the more like magical stuff, like with the Night King and Bran and whatnot. One with the characters we already know that are grounded. Yeah, and I mean, we can discuss theories. So you know mine.
You know what?
Who's gonna think
you know with Melisandre dying, I feel like they've kind of wrapped up the Night King story from every angle.
Yeah, with her dying. Who knows?
And if they bring him back, I feel the only link to him still being there is some kind of link to Bran.
I hope it isn't. I
if he's the Night
sincerely
King,
hope it's not that shitty theory.
What, that he's the Night King?
Yeah, that Bran's the Night King. I think I would lose my shit if that's the theory.
I would be so annoyed.
I hate that theory with so much like passion. You don't understand.
I would be very, very annoyed. I think it's a silly theory, personally.
I need to rewatch that episode. Do you see what the other thing people were complaining about that episode? About being too dark.
You know what? I've mixed feelings about that. I just turned the brightness to 4 and it wasn't too bad for me.
Yeah. Because my TV had a bit of motion blur when I was watching it. But yeah, I think it's how you set your TV up.
I was watching my phone.
And 2,
Samsung Live. Samsung. No brightness issues.
Trash phone.
Samsung for life. Big up my boys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna edit that out.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is that they're bringing the cold, the darkness. Yeah. It's meant to be dark as fuck.
That's true. You know when he brings the storm with him, I just thought that was
so lit. My favorite, my 2 favorite shots in that episode He's when the dragons open the sky.
Yeah,
So that's my lock screen right now.
Yeah,
That one in the moonlight. And you know when Melisandre like lights the fire,
Yeah.
then it shoots to her, and you see the fire in her eyes.
I don't.
Yeah, when she lights the trench, you can see the fire burning in her eyes. It's an amazing shot. But yeah.
You know, as this is a test, right? And let's suggest some improvements.
Okay.
I feel like what we need is,
A cup
you
of
know,
tea.
like, huh?
A cup of tea. to make the name actually make sense.
We do need a cup of tea. I'm sorry, a cup of tea is a necessary thing, right? First thing. Second thing, what we need is, right? We need like a proper table.
Oh yeah, fam, I'm sitting on a fridge.
Yeah.
We're sitting on a fridge on an L-shaped sink.
Listen, start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Mate, we're gonna have our own studio and everything soon. Watch,
Listen.
don't watch.
Watch the space, yeah.
Yeah.
And we each need a laptop where we can look up stuff as we're talking.
That's why you have a phone.
My phone's dead.
Yeah, see, for anyone that is watching or listening, sorry, Saeed's meant to be the guy that comes up with topics and stuff.
Yeah.
For
I
us to
think I'm doing
discuss.
pretty well.
Oh yeah. You were using my phone literally like 10 minutes ago to write up topics. It's like, yeah, you're doing a great job, mate. Carry on.
You know what? It doesn't matter that it was done late. All that matters is it was done kind of ish, little bit. That's all I want to say on this topic.
Yeah. Is it so? Yeah, just go back to Game of Thrones
Yeah,
quickly.
sorry about that.
Yeah, Arya killing the Night King. I didn't see it coming. I think it made sense. That there's enough clues there. There's enough foreshadowing to make sense of it. It's just, I know a lot of people have, more of the people that do their research and look at theories and stuff are like, oh, what was the whole point of Jon and Dany and everything? And I can see where they're coming from, but two, again, people think, oh, it's just one episode. It's 8 seasons. Jon being Azor Ahai, Princess Promised. It's his whole journey, right? It's like, okay, he's...
And if you deep it, if he didn't come, the Night King would not have died.
Oh, no, fam, if it wasn't for Jon and Dany, the Night King would already be in King's Landing.
Yeah.
Fam, he would be sitting on the Iron Throne right now.
Have
You know
you
what I
seen
mean?
that thing where they like Cersei's tactic worked?
No, it has. It legitimately has, because Dany has pretty much no army left. The Starks' army's been decimated, so we'll find out on Sunday's episode. Yeah.
Jon is a Targaryen. Now, Targaryens have purple eyes in the books. What colour eyes do they have in the TV show?
They just use their natural eye colour, because they did try in the pilot
And it didn't work.
the purple contacts, and they don't really work. They get really irritating, and you can't like actually act with your eyes with them, so they kind of
So
avoid
who has the green eyes? Is it Cersei?
it. Cersei, yeah. So who knows? Arya killing Cersei.
Maybe Arya kills Dany. I'm not even taking the
No,
bait.
she's not gonna kill Dany. Dany and Jon are safe. If they were gonna die, they were gonna die in this battle.
I actually kind of expected Dany to die at one point.
Nah,
Or Tyrion. I just had this weird. Remember, I think I texted this. I was like,
Mm.
Tyrion or Dany. Tyrion or
Yeah.
Dany.
I was surprised a few more didn't die. I can't lie. I thought Grey Worm was gone.
There was no main character deaths.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there wasn't gonna be.
I
I don't
expect at least one.
Yeah, you know, talking about deaths that like got me. The Theon one nearly got me. It's
Really?
like, you're a good man,
Hey.
Theon. You're a good man. It's like, oh man.
Like, bro.
Even the Jorah one was really good as well, because
And-
they've both been there since season 1, so they hurt.
I think the Beric that guy.
Who?
Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah.
How do you say his name? Dondarrion.
Beric Dondarrion.
Whatever his name is. I think his death was kind of.
Yeah, and I'm glad I in my mind thought that we've read the books, we know who Lady Stoneheart is and how she comes into play. Is like Beric giving her the kiss of life and whatnot. I thought he would do something similar, so I thought
to come full circle.
yeah, so he'd essentially take Lady Stoneheart's place in the books, and say Arya probably would have died in the battle, or Sansa, or
Maybe
Jon.
when the books do, that's actually what's going to happen.
Yeah, like imagine.
And he kind of gave his life.
Wouldn't it be pretty cool if Lady Stoneheart gives her life for Jon?
Wait.
It's like John dies.
Yeah, but how many times are they going to bring John back? Like, my mind is like,
See, I got a theory about how John's actually going to come back in the books.
go on.
Because if you read Dance of Dragons, you know that John's a warg in the books, like Brenner's, and he has a strong connection to Ghost. And John has loads of like what's it called? I'm gonna call them ghost streams. Not ghost streams. Wolf streams. That's what it's called. Yeah. So he's constantly walking into Ghost, and when he actually dies in the book, his last words are Ghost. So I think he's walked into Ghost
until Lady Stoneheart gets to Castle Black.
No, I don't think that Lady Stoneheart. Lady Stoneheart's in the Riverlands with Jane and Brienne in it. So I think John's walked into Ghost. Miss Sandra's there. She'll like heal his body, and then
He'll just walk back,
or she'll help him walk back. Because she has a vision where she sees John as a man, a wolf, and then a man again.
Does she?
Yeah.
I think I need to reread the books. You know.
Man, Dance of Dragons is probably one of my favorite ones.
When season 8 ends, and I finish those French books I'm reading.
French books.
You remember what I was telling you?
No, I can't.
Basically, I was in the library once, right? I think I was in what's that area, man? It's in London somewhere, some area, and I had.
There's like 100 different areas in London. Yeah, that one area with the library. Oh yeah, I know that one area with the library.
It'll come to me in a bit, right? And I had like a work experience type thing, and I was just there, and it was lunchtime, and the board I was on, everyone was just like old and stuff, and so I chatted to them a bit, and I just got a bit bored because they were like really old. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't find any common ground, so I decided to just go for a walk in the local area in Kent. There we go. I decided to go for a walk in the local area, and I went to a library, and I picked up this book, and it's the thing that got me about the book was on the title it says by George R. R. Martin, like a quote by him saying this is the original Game of Thrones. So I picked it up. It's like a
I remember what you talking
French
about.
translation of like a bunch of books, and I'm reading them at the moment. And to anyone listening, I would wholeheartedly recommend. They are actually amazing.
What are they called? They're that amazing that you don't remember what they're called.
No, The Accursed Kings by Maurice Duran, I think. I'm not sure. Can't check.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I don't know. We'll put it in the description or something if anyone wants to check it out.
Amazing, honestly. Like basically, it's about it's kind of what really happened in the French court, and how the King Philip, the Iron Philip, or some King Philip.
Iron Philip, yeah.
The Iron King. That's what was his kind of title was, right? And he kind of takes out the Templars.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the Templars fighting back, like undercover. It's amazing. And then his daughter-in-laws are cheating on their husbands, and everyone knows apart from the king. And like, there's lots of parallels with Game of Thrones. It's mad.
Sounds interesting. Yeah. So I don't know. I just went on a tangent there.
Yeah. Apologies. Maurice Duran. Plug.
Oh man. Yeah. So I think 3 episodes left. Game of Thrones. The first episode I'm missing this Sunday. Fucking go ahead.
Watch it at 3 a.m. You can join us for a live podcast watching the episode.
Finish work at 7, innit?
Some fans are more dedicated than other fans.
Yeah, mate, I literally had like I booked the first day off.
Some fans are more dedicated than other fans. That's what I'm saying.
This tit falls asleep at like 1:30 in the morning.
And
then I message him, "Are you awake?" I was like, "No, I'm going to sleep."
That happened once. Yeah, are you gonna take a day off for the last one?
I've already got it booked off. I'm not going to be here in it, so. Mate, it worked out in the end.
Shall we conclude the test?
We conclude. Cool.
Signing off at 21:22, 3519, Alpha Romeo J55, file name 3285.
Yeah, safe. Whatever side said. Alright, we'll catch you in a bit. Peace.